Welcome to my channel English Made Easy with me Muskan. Today's topic is past perfect tense as a part of past tense. But before I go on, please do me a favor by clicking on the icon button to like, share and subscribe. So when I post a new video, you will be the first person to receive it. Thank you. Dear viewers, yesterday I was making this PPT and I tried to make it more simpler to have a basic idea. In the previous videos and lectures, we have learned about past continuous tense, and today is the third subcategory or type of past tense which we are going to learn in this tutorial. What is past tense? Through definitions, general formulas, uses with examples. And in between, I'm going to use English with little bit Hindi so you can also understand and grasp easily. So let us start today's tutorial with the definition. Past perfect tense. The past perfect tense, also known as the pluperfect tense, describes an action that was completed before another action in the past. I would like to say something here when comes to perfect tenses. As a part of any tense, either it's, you can say, present tense, past tense, or future perfect tense. Perfect tenses are the most perfect form of any tense, and it takes time to understand. But if we go through the formula and the examples, we will understand easily. Here the definitions is saying about pluperfect. Always remember that in any tense, when two actions are happening at the same time, in a rare cases, like in a past continuous tense, we use past continuous tense for the same time, at the same time. But here in a perfect tense, as a past perfect tense, when we are talking about actions which had been done in the past, finished, completed, and had gone, and then in the same past means, you are supposing you are talking about yesterday or last week talk, or maybe you are talking about a talk or action before month, right? So supposing you are talking about two actions, one is done already before the second one happened. So you understand this first past is the old past, while the second one is a subordinate past. This is what I am trying to explain you, because sometimes my students say, ma'am, how to understand? So I show them that these are the two actions. One happened before this second one. So the one that happened in the past, we call it past perfect tense and use formula for it. While the second one, we use simple past tense. The definition here, perfect means, it's a Latin word and it comes not only from Latin, but it comes with a full meaning, plus quam perfectum, जिसका मतलब होता है more than perfect, meaning something that's you can surely say that it is done perfectly. So that is why this term of past perfect tense is called pluperfect tense as well. Why we use this term? This tense is used to describe an action that was completed. As I say, दो पास्ट होते हैं, पास्ट में दो एक्शन होती है, पहले वाली जो एक्शन हो जाती है उसके लिए हम पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस यूज करते हैं, और सेकंड के लिए हम यूज करते हैं simple past tense, and that is what mentioned here, before another action in the past. Now let's see the general formula about the past perfect tense. The formula here is saying subject plus head plus past participle, matlab ke V3 forms here, and all the perfect tenses always carry V3 forms. मैंने कल भी कहा था जब वीडियो बना रही थी और लॉन्च किया था कि भाई देर आर थ्री टाइप्स ऑफ वर्ब फॉर्म्स, V1, V2, V3, and most probably in every all my video I explain this one, that V3 form is always used for perfect tenses, with the use for present perfect tense, past perfect tense or future perfect tense. तो जब हम फॉर्मूला की बात करते हैं तो पहले सब्जेक्ट आता है। सब्जेक्ट में हमेशा याद रखिए किसी का नाम हो सकता है, लोगों के नाम हो सकते हैं, या तो फिर प्रोनाउंस हो सकते हैं, डिपेंड्स ऑन देयर फॉर्म ऑफ सिंगुलर एंड प्लूरल। देन कम्स हेड, HAD, head. This one also you should remember that unlike प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस हम हमेशा हैव या हैज यूज करते, तो यहाँ पे उसका एक ही पास्ट टेंस में चेंज हो जाएगा वर्ब ऑन, एंड दैट इज हैड। सबके साथ आई, यू, वी, दे, ईट, ही, शी, सबके साथ हैड रहेगा, उसमें प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस की तरह हैज या हैव नहीं रहेगा। For all forms of pronouns and names we use had, तो subject plus had plus V3 form, जिसको मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा है past participle। past participle का मतलब ही V3 form होता है। Moving forward with the examples of past perfect tense, let's go ahead. सबसे पहला है affirmative sentences। affirmative sentences जो पॉजिटिव होते हैं उसके एग्जाम्पल्स देखते हैं। फर्स्ट इज सेइंग शी हैड, वही फॉर्मूला से ही जाएंगे जैसे यहाँ पे पहले था सब्जेक्ट। सब्जेक्ट मैंने कहा उस हिसाब से यहाँ पे नाम नहीं है लड़की का, प्रोनाउन दिया गया है। तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल शी हैड, शी प्लस हैड, फिनिश्ड। फिनिश्ड आपका पास्ट पार्टिसिपल है, दैट मीन्स इट्स योर V3 फॉर्म। शी हैड फिनिश्ड her homework before dinner, and now you have to bring that definition here. Our definition say there are two actions in the past happen, or there were two actions happen in the past. For first action which was completed or completed, we use past perfect tense, while for the second one or for the other one we use सिंपल पास्ट टेंस। तो यहाँ पे शी हैड फिनिश्ड हर होमवर्क, उसने अपना होमवर्क खत्म कर लिया था। कब? बिफोर डिनर, खाना खाने, रात का खाना खाने से पहले। तो जो खाना खाने का डिनर लेने का जो टाइम था वो सिंपल है, तो वो सिंपल पास्ट टेंस में लिखा है। हालांकि यहाँ पे कोई पूरा सेंटेंस नहीं है, पर हमें समझना है कि इट इज इन द सिंपल पास्ट टेंस, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी हमारा फर्स्ट एक्शन खाना खाने से पहले हो गया है, और जो कंप्लीट होता है पहला एक्शन पास्ट में, उसके लिए वी यूज पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस। सेकेंड इज दे हैड लेफ्ट बाय द टाइम वी अराइव। टू एक्शंस, द फर्स्ट एक्शन हैपन इज they had left, पहले वो चले गए थे, the action is completed। when, by the time we arrived, simple past tense, जब तक हम आए तब तक वो चले गए थे या निकल चुके थे। now going to negative sentences, very easy। head के बाद आप नोट लगा दो, you say hadn't or had not। hadn't is the abbreviation or short form of had not। I hadn't seen the movie before last night। You see, पिछली रात के पहले मैंने कभी ये मूवी पहले देखी नहीं थी। तो नई मूवी नहीं देखने का जो उनका जो भी इंसान है उसका जो रवैया है वो कैसा था, नहीं देखी थी कंप्लीटली। कब तक? जब तक उन्होंने लास्ट नाइट ये मूवी देखी नहीं, तब तक। सेकंड, ही हैडंट कंप्लीटेड द प्रोजेक्ट, उन्होंने अपना प्रोजेक्ट खत्म नहीं किया था। when the deadline came when the deadline came, meaning that he hadn't completed the project। अरे जब तक उसका लास्ट डेडलाइन ऑफिस से नहीं मिला और जानने में नहीं आया, तब तक उन्होंने उससे पहले वो प्रोजेक्ट को या असाइनमेंट को कंप्लीट किया नहीं था। मतलब काम नहीं करने का एक्शन कंप्लीट था, उन्होंने किया ही नहीं था मतलब। नाउ गोइंग टू क्वेश्चंस, इंटरोगेटिव टाइप्स ऑफ सेंटेंसेस। अब उसमें हेड है वो आगे आ जाएगा क्योंकि वो आपका वर्ब है। V3 फॉर्म जो है वो आपके सब्जेक्ट और हेड के बाद में लगता है। देखिए सब्जेक्ट बीच में आ जाता है, हेड यू, एच कैपिटल हो जाएगा एज यूजुअल हर क्वेश्चन में, चाहे वो सेंटेंस किसी भी तरह का हो, एफर्मेटिव, क्वेश्चन, नेगेटिव, द फर्स्ट लेटर ऑफ एनी सेंटेंस ऑलवेज रिमेन कैपिटल। So here H will be capital. Had you ever visited Paris before your trip last year? क्या आपने कभी भी पहले, पेरिस की ट्रिप के पहले, पेरिस की कोई विजिट ली थी पास्ट में? और पीछे लगेगा क्वेश्चन मार्क बिकॉज इट्स अ क्वेश्चन। Why? Because if you don't put question mark, it doesn't look that you are asking question. It looks like just like affirmative sentence that you are asking, just or you are answering simple sentence. You are just having normal communication. Second is, had they already eaten when you called? अब यहाँ पे भी देखो पीछे क्वेश्चन मार्क लगा है कि क्या उन्होंने खाना खा लिया था जब आपने कॉल किया। दो एक्शन होगी, देयर आर टू एक्शंस। नंबर वन इज बिफोर somebody called you or they called you or you call, have they already taken their had they already taken their food or meal? Let us see the uses how to apply in the day-to-day life while you are talking or mentioning about the past. First use is to show completed actions before another past action. As I said earlier, कि भाई, if you want to say something, and when there are two actions in the past which happened or completed, for the first past we use past perfect tense, while we use for the second action simple past tense. And we have seen the or gone through the examples। तो पहला एग्जाम्पल यहाँ पे आपको ये उसका यूज कैसे किया है एज पर द वर्ड्स गिवन हियर, लेट अस सी। बाय द टाइम द ट्रेन अराइव्ड। नाउ हियर जरूरी नहीं है कि नॉट नेसेसरीली कि फर्स्ट सेंटेंस इज ऑलवेज इन पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस। समटाइम्स you can change the position of sentences while first to simple present tense to second to past perfect tense, because generally when we are talking about past perfect tense or two sentences is not necessarily, it depends how you put it, but let the meaning never change. No matter you use grammar, you use vocabulary, but make sure the meaning of what you are saying or the what you call the understanding that has to be there should not be replaced and changed. For example, if I say in Hindi, कल मैं गई थी बाजार या कल मैं बाजार गई थी, look at this scenario. In both cases, if I say I went to market, yes, I did, it doesn't change the meaning. The meaning should remain the same. What you are trying to say, that concept should not be changed, no matter how you place the sentences. right? So here simple past tense is sentence is first put here. By the time the train arrived, जब तक train आ पहुंची, comma. Now because first is what? Simple past tense, you have to put comma. We had already waited for an hour. ट्रेन जब तक स्टेशन पे आ चुकी, उसके आने से पहले हम लोगों ने 1 घंटा ऑलरेडी वेट कर लिया था उसके आने का. सेकेंड, शी हैड जस्ट लेफ्ट. अब यहाँ पे हैड लगा है तो आपको ऑटोमेटिकली पता चल जाएगा कि दिस वन इज इन पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस, मतलब दैट एक्शन इज ऑलरेडी कंप्लीटेड इन द पास्ट. व्हेन आई कॉल्ड हर, जब वो यहां से जा चुकी थी, पहला है वो यहां से जा चुकी थी. कब? व्हेन मीन्स कब, जब. आई कॉल हर, मैंने जब उसको कॉल किया उसके पहले वो ऑलरेडी जा चुकी थी. Second use, to indicate cause and effect in the past. Cause and effect. In this world, everything happens with a reason and it has a result of it. There is a reason and the byproduct is the result, right? For example, if something happened, it becomes the result of something cause was there. कोई कारण था इसीलिए उसका रिजल्ट या परिणाम होता है. तो in a such a case where cause reason is there and because of that the effect happen या उसकी असर देखने को मिलती है, तब हम past perfect tense को यूज करते हैं. Number one is he was tired. This one is a simple past tense. He was tired. वो थका हुआ था. क्यों? Because he had worked all day. Because he worked all day. उन्होंने पूरा दिन काम किया था इसलिए वो थका था. पर जो पहले जो थकने की effect है, that happened later. The first thing happened is that he had already worked all day. So you see the cause is working all day and the effect is he's tired or he was tired. Then second sentence is saying they were happy, वो खुश थे, because they had won the match. तो पहले मैच जीती गई है, उसके बाद वो खुश हो. तो cause is what? Winning the match. And what is the effect or result as a part of this cause? They are happy or they were happy. The third use of or application of past perfect tense you can see here to describe unfulfilled conditions. What is the meaning of unfulfilled conditions? Suppose something never happened and you imagine, oh gosh, oh wish I would be here, I would have gone there. Scenario or situation where what you sometimes you wish but it never happened, or you want to have it in your life. It comes in a if I wish or how I wish. काश ऐसा होता, काश अगर मैंने ऐसा किया होता तो ऐसा होता, ऐसा नहीं होता. तो ऐसे कॉम्प्लिकेटेड एंड कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस के लिए, जिसको हम बोलते हैं अनफुलफिल्ड कंडीशंस, उसको आप एक्चुअलाइज कर रहे हो. यू आर ट्राइंग टू एक्चुअलाइज, रेशनलाइज एंड रियलाइज इनटू रियल लाइफ. Suppose आपको कोई पूछे, hey, what would you like to be if suppose I give you $5,000? What would you do with that money? Oh, then you say, अरे आप मुझे दे देते ना या दोगे ना तो मैं ऐसा करूंगा, मैं इसमें से ये लाऊंगा, I will purchase this one, I will go. And sometimes some conditions are not fulfilled, some wishes are not fulfilled in our life. What we do? We always say, I wish that thing would have happened, not that thing have happened or will happen. It's wrong because it's not a reality. So for reality, we use the real verbs. But suppose the reality never exists and you wish to happen, then what will you say? Would have happened. So in such scenario, in such conditions, you use past perfect tense for past actions and for your wishes. For example, यहाँ पे first में दिया है if का मतलब ही अगर, शायद, I wish. If I had known about the meeting, अगर मुझे पहले से इस मीटिंग के बारे में पता होता या जानकारी पूरी होती, जो आपको है ही नहीं या मुझे भी नहीं है, तो ये विश हो गई ना कि पता होता तो आई वुड हैव अटेंडेड, मैंने डेफिनेटली उसको अटेंड किया होता। काल्पनिक चीजें हैं, ऐसा हुआ नहीं है, होने की संभावना हो जाती, ये बता रही, या मैंने किया होता ऐसा बोल रहे हैं। सेकेंड, शी वुड हैव पास्ड द एग्जाम, उसने ये एग्जाम पास कर ली होती इफ शी हैड स्टडीड हार्डर, अगर उसने पास्ट में ज्यादा मेहनत की होती, हार्ड वर्क किया होता स्टडी में, तो उसने आज ये एग्जाम पास कर ली होती। We have another uses. Let's move forward for that. Four, to provide background information. What does it mean to provide background information when you are talking about background information? Uh, Generally, you see what happened, some novels or some scenarios or some real happenings. When you go out, when you see things, when you have things to look at it, and you say, "अरे भाई ऐसा ऐसा था और ऐसा ऐसा हुआ." So for that thing, you use past perfect tense. For example, it happened in the past, so they say the ground was wet. Simple past tense है. जमीन गीली थी because it had rained earlier. उसके पहले बारिश हो चुकी थी, तो it is a background setup. Two, the room was empty. रूम पूरा खाली था because everyone had left. It's a background we are mentioning. कैसा था situation वाला? What was the situation when you went there, or when you arrived? What did you see? This is the background you are explaining, and that is why you say, "Oh, when I reached there, I saw the room was empty because everybody or everyone had left the room or auditorium." It's a background to express the condition of particular place or the scenario. You use this kind of past perfect tense uses. अच्छा, अब टाइम को एक्सप्रेस करना, you want to use what will you use as a keyword or keywords to mention in your past perfect tense? तो यहाँ पे कुछ keywords है which will give you basic understanding while you use this past perfect tense with simple past tense. Before, already we have seen some examples. In those examples, we see they put before, by the time, and etc. So before, by the time, already, just, and when. When का मतलब होता है कब और जब तक, ऐसे. So dear viewers, apart from this thing, I would like to explain something in a Hindi. Past perfect tense and any other perfect tense in a present tense or in a future tense. Further, we are going to learn future perfect tense as the term comes for the future tenses. Always remember, number one, perfect tenses are used to elaborate or explain the situation that happened completely and done, right? And we always use V3 forms to mention that only you have to remember the general formulas as per the tenses. आप कौन से काल में बात कर रहे हैं, किससे ये कहानी जुड़ी है, बातें जुड़ी है, उसके हिसाब से you have to choose or select the tenses, and based on that use the formula and the V3 forms, and also it will help you to grow more in talking effectively. Our next topic would be past perfect continuous tense in the next tutorial, which will be the fourth and last subcategory of past tense, and it will also help you to learn how to use it in the future. So dear viewers, I believe that you have enjoyed and learned more from this my tutorial, and I believe that you liked it. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Before I close, take care of yourself and always put all these rules in effective communication. Until the next time, stay tuned with me and take care of yourself. Goodbye.